Namaste yogis, my name is Lisa, and today we're going to work a short practice just to open up through the shoulders. So I like to swim a lot, so my shoulders get very tight. So depending upon if you sit at a desk on a daily basis, you might carry a lot of tension in the shoulders. So this practice might be nice for you. So we're going to start in Virasana. So if this is uncomfortable for you to sit on your heels, you can also use your block, and you can slide your block in between the legs and just sit on the block to raise so it's not as much pressure on the knees, or you can come to easy seat. So whatever is feeling good for you today, just so that you feel comfortable. And then I want you to go ahead and just place your hands on top of your shoulders, and I want you to go slowly and mindfully as we start to draw circles with the elbows. So draw the elbows down, bring the elbows back, and then slowly bring them forward. So I want you to just start to lubricate all the way through the shoulders, making small circles, being mindful, and start to bring your attention toward your breath, going nice and slow. And then I want you to go in the opposite direction. Start to bring the elbows up, back, and down, just to lubricate the area. You can make these as small or as big as you feel comfortable. You may hear some popping and some creaks and cracks. We just want to lubricate and send some love and some blood flow to the area so regeneration, healing can happen. And then I want you to take your hands, and I just want you to just interlock the fingers gently, and we're going to bring the hands, the thumbs, to like the base of the neck, and so that the hands are cradling through the back of the skull. I want you to start to just slowly just open up through your chest. Think about expanding the elbows like they're your wingspans. Just opening up through the chest, allowing tension and gravity to release. And then start to draw the elbows in very gently. Place the back of the head against the hand. Be mindful here. And just gently release, allowing all the tension to release in the back of the neck. Drain down through the shoulders. And it may feel good to slightly, very softly, maybe gaze down towards the right armpit. And then slowly come back to center, and then maybe gaze underneath the left armpit. And then slowly come back to center. And we're going to take a half Gomukhasana arm, cow face arm. So let's start with the right arm. So I want you to like pat yourself on the back and just allow the back of the fingers to touch maybe right directly above the shoulder blades. And then just take that left hand and grab the elbow. Now what happens a lot of times I see in my students is they start to really arch here. So I want you to draw the lower ribs down towards the hip. And then I want you to feel like this back arm is like your headrest in your car. So just gently lean back and allow just the elbow to point up towards the sky. Breathe in into any tension that you may have here. And if this is feeling okay, you can start to take this into Gomukhasana arms, cow face arms. So I want you to take your left hand out to the side. Allow the left thumb to point down towards the earth. And then I want you to bend your left elbow. So I'm going to face you so that you can see what I'm doing here. Now, depending upon how open your shoulders are, you may only go here, which is fine. Some of you may be able to walk your fingertips and grab the fingers. If that's not accessible for you, I do have a strap here. So if you have a yoga strap or a necktie, you can allow yourself to grab, right hand grabbing the top of the strap and the left hand grabbing the lower part of the strap. And then I want you to think about drawing the elbows away from each other. So the right elbow towards the sky and the left elbow towards the earth. And again, the same idea with the rib cage. Notice if you're popping out the ribs, draw that lowest rib towards the hip. And just breathe. Take a moment. We have external and internal rotation of the shoulders going on here. Now as you release this, I want you to release the bottom hand first. So let go of the strap if you have the strap, or let go of the hand, and then slowly release the right hand. And as the right hand releases, I want you to take the right arm across the chest and just gently start to look over the right shoulder. Relax your right shoulder down. And then we'll switch it to the other side. So the left arm this time now is going to come up towards the sky. I want you to pat yourself on the back. The left elbow points up towards the sky, and just feel this for a moment. So the back of the head resting now onto the left forearm. The right hand is going to come out directly to the side as the thumb points down. So the back of the hand comes to the lower back. And same thing here. If you liked using the strap, or if you aren't able to grab the hands, one side definitely will be more open than the other. So just start to walk the hands closer towards each other. Allow the left elbow to point up towards the sky and the right elbow to point towards the earth. Just breathe, telling your shoulders how much you love them. As you release into the shoulders, stretching and opening through the shoulders. So you have freedom, peace within the body. And then the bottom hand is going to be the one that releases first. And then you can put the strap to the side. Take your left arm across the body now. And then again, watch where you grab, so you're not grabbing directly on the elbow joint. Let the left shoulder relax and see if you can turn your head to look over the left shoulder. So you get a nice stretch in the neck, and at the same time, you're stretching through your shoulder. From here, I want you to take Gomukhasana arms, eagle arms. So let's open up the arms just for a moment. And again, depending upon how your shoulders are, you can either just take the right arm underneath the left and just give yourself a nice hug as the elbows draw together. Or from this point, you can even maybe take the back of the hands to touch, or maybe you can take the inside of the palms to touch. Relax the shoulders down your back, draw the elbows forward, scoop the elbows forward and up. You should feel nice broadening into the upper back. Your gaze, notice if you're looking towards one side or the other, just keep your gaze soft, your face soft. Garudasana arms or eagle arms. Take one more breath here, and then we're just going to open the arms and we're going to switch. Allow the chest to open. And this time it's the left arm that's going to wrap underneath first. So either just, it's fine to start here, or you can start to take the back of the hands to touch, or maybe the palms can touch. Draw the elbows forward, scoop them up, let the shoulder blades draw down, and then just breathe. So we always want to be comfortable in these postures. So if you find that you're losing your breath, back out slightly. We'll take one more breath in our eagle arms. And then just go ahead and open the arms, allow the arms to release and float down to your sides. And we're going to come into Sphinx pose. So I want you to just come onto your belly now. Sphinx pose, I want you as you lower down, your arms are gonna come to a number 11. So they're basically like parallel to each other, the sides of your mat. Roll the shoulders down, tops of the toenails are on your mat. So let the chest pull through the gateways of your arms. So energetically, you're pulling your elbows back. At the same time, you're pulling your chest forward. So it's a nice little back bend here. But we're gonna work the shoulders, and so I want you to start with just taking this left arm, and I want you to take the palm up. As you bring it underneath the right arm, maybe line up the elbows to begin. And it's similar to what we just did with that shoulder stretch. But we're gonna take it a step further. And some of you, if you have a block, and depending upon how tight you are, since my shoulders get to be tight, I'm going to use my block here so I can rest my head on here. And then we're gonna take the right hand, palm is up, and the right hand is gonna start to thread under and reach towards the left side of the mat. So you're basically crossing your arms. So let me show you here if you can't see. We're basically crossing the arms. So right arm, again, is in front, left arm is behind. And so we start to walk the arms. And if your head does not touch the earth, then just rest it on the block. And then just be patient. Allow the body, let gravity relax, surrender into the posture. So breathe into any tense areas. See if you can slow down your breath. See if you can allow the breath to expand to the sides of the ribs and to the back. And as you exhale, see if you can really get very heavy here. And then we'll slowly come out of it and we'll switch to the other side. So pull the right arm out first. Take the left hand and we'll start with that, again, Sphinx pose, just to reset. And this time it's going to be the right arm that's going to thread underneath. So draw the right elbow towards the left elbow. And maybe this is, you just want to take a half here, just a half shoulder stretch. Or maybe you can start, palms are up. Maybe you can start to bring the left arm more towards the right side of your mat. And again, you want your palms up, let the third eye rest onto something, the earth or a block. And just notice how this side is without judgments. It might be tighter, it might be more open, but we just notice. Breathe like you're breathing from your belly. Initiate the breath from your belly. We'll take one more full cycle of breath. And then slowly coming out, lifting the head, pulling the left arm in, pulling the right arm in. And just our final stretch for today, I want you to start to walk your knees closer to your elbows now. We're going to take puppy pose. So puppy pose pose is similar to our child's pose. However, I want you to walk your hands towards the front of the mat. Stretch your arms long and then start to melt your heart. Anahata, allow it to your heart. You may rest your third eye, or if you have no neck issues, you may be able to rest your chin onto the mat. Keeping the hips high. And then just allow the shoulders to relax towards the earth. Surrendering into the earth, grounding yourself, calming yourself. Take one more breath here. Slowly start to lift your chest. Start to walk your hands back. Separate the knees as wide as your mat. Allow the hips to sink down, and we'll just melt into child's pose. Take extended child's pose. So really stretch your fingers towards the front of the mat and notice if you can really extend through the rib cage more towards the front of the mat. Really make some space here. Breathe into your lower back. Breathe into your middle back. And then finally breathe into your upper back. And then we'll slowly start to walk the hands in. Pressing into the hands, roll up one vertebra at a time. And we'll just finish like we started here. In Virasana, usually we bring our hands to finish into Namaste Anjali Mudra, but since we've opened up the shoulders, let's finish today in reverse Namaste. So if it's possible, take your hands behind your back. If this is not possible, you can always just take fists onto your lower back. But if your hands can touch, you can start to slide the hands up to the ribs and allow the shoulders to melt down. And just breathe. And just notice how your shoulders feel now. If you're able to release some tension, open up some space, maybe your neck feels a little freer. And now finally we'll bring our hands into heart center as we close our practice. Thank you for stretching and opening the shoulders. From my heart to yours, namaste.